Oh, yeah, getting ready for it. The first thing on the agenda, the ladies 1650, the deciding heat. They're already making their way over to the staging area for walkout. And right now, our referees and officials just out of their meeting. Our timers getting ready to take possession of the starting blocks.
So I just talked to him through the whistle thing.
And right now, getting ready to go, we're bringing out our top 8 seed in the ladies 1650.
Well, I guess it's now 5:30 p.m. here in the big house. This is Sid Cassidy.
And getting ready behind the starting blocks right
to the NCSA 2026 Spring Championships. And we are rolling in hot. I just rolled in from Boca Raton literally minutes ago, like single digits. And the first heat's ready to go. Of course, this is the final heat. It's event number 1, the 1650-yard freestyle. Those of you familiar with our setup know that these top 8 seeds are in a timed final format. So the 8 fastest times who entered the meet are swimming now in lanes 1 through 8. You can see them there. Lane 1 is Emma Radowski from Aqua Jets. 2, Samantha Anderson, Long Island, her teammate. Alex Siegel is in 3. Zeta Meal Corvallis in lane 4 is a top seed. Claire Herfel, Northern Kentucky Clippers, is in 5. Mia Eubank, Nova, in 6. And a pair of Blazing Barracudas. Catherine Dorsey and Charlotte Douchier just on the outside there. So we have lanes 1 through 8. This is event number 1. Welcome. Who needs a national anthem? We're ready to go. We've got this race, the 1650-yard freestyle, and I was here in this house back in 2011. It was the 19th of March when Katie Ledecky went 1540.38. 1540.38 representing Curlburg Swim Club back in the day. That's back there. Okay, that was on the 19th of March, 2011, 1540. I don't know we're going to get close to that tonight. 16:08.7 is Zeta's entry time. Zeta coming all the way from Oregon. Corvallis Aquatic Team, long history of great tradition and excellence. She's in lane 4, but out to the early lead in lane 3 from Long Island, 55.63 at the 100, 28.8 on her second 50 is Alex Siegel. And we know about the Long Island Aquatic Club. We know Dave and Jenny have been doing a great job with distance swimmers ad infinitum. Since the beginning of time, those kids have been turned out. And right now, Alex looking very smooth. Throws down a 29.3. Zeta's 29.2. Claire 29.3. Pretty much everybody in that first 4. 29.4 for Mia, and Catherine's right there as well. We had some great swims this morning. Currently in 3rd place from Long Island is Lauren Canty. She's only 15, and she dropped down to a 16:48.71 best time, so she needs to beat 3 girls to score top 8. Sasha Carafin, a 16-year-old teammate of hers from Long Island, dropped over 10 seconds as well. Her best time is now 16:37.83. So she is currently in 2nd place after the morning heats. And Ella Hafner, I've seen that name before. 15 years old from Point Aquatic, 16:25. Dropped 23 seconds this morning. That's incredible. 16:25. Wow. That's definitely going to score pretty well. 25:52, and she's only 15. So as we come up now, and coming up onto the 300-yard mark, there's, well, you got 3 girls, 6 girls maybe pulling out. The first 3 are still led by Alex Siegel. She's 29.6 on that 50, 2:53.4. Zeta a little bit faster, a couple tenths faster on that 50. Right behind her. And the same with Claire Herfel, Northern Kentucky Clippers. All 3 of these girls in lanes 3, 4, and 5 are 16 years old. And right behind them, the next 3 on the far side, you've got Mia Eubank, Catherine Dorsey, and Charlotte Douchier. Charlotte, Catherine, and Mia on the far side. Down here in the bottom, you have Emma and Samantha. And now we're starting to see a little strength out of Zaida and also Claire as we come into the 400. Everybody's 353, 0 to 7 for the top three. At the 400 this morning, Ella was 356. Still holding 29.9. She went up to some 30 points and then back down at the end. So that was a great swim. Very happy to be here back at this tremendous meet. One of the best meets annually, held not just in the state but in the nation. And these girls are one of the reasons why. They are the very best of their teams. This is very much a big team meet. NCSA stands for the National Club Swimming Association. We organized this thing in the late 90s, early 2000. There's the 500. Alex, 452.23. 452.79 for Zeta, right behind her. Claire, 453.2. So those three girls are in a good position right now, holding on to a nice stroke count, seem fairly relaxed. Keep them in that kind of range where they're not hitting any of the 30 points. I'm sure their coaches would like that. Alex just turned in a 29.7 and a couple of 29.8s for Zeta and Claire. This is a home that has had some refurbishing. We certainly owe our great deal of thanks to the Rosen Corporation here. Of course, Harris Rosen, a great supporter for many years, passed along and did so much for swimming in this Central Florida area. We're still reaping those benefits. 29.7 for all three of those leaders. The girls on the outside are 30.1 to 30.4. So they're not far off, but every 50 makes a difference. You can make up a couple of tenths on a 50, and you do that 33 times, you got to lead. It's kind of what Alex may be thinking. 29.6, 29.7 Zeta, 29.5 Claire. But this meet in and of itself has found a home here for decades. We've got a great not-for-profit group of coaches who have been running it since our fearless leader back in, I think it was 98 we started talking about it. That was around the time USA Swimming dropped junior nationals. And the idea was, well, your boys need to just step up. And you got to make it to seniors. And few of us didn't think that was quite the right approach, so we added this meet, and thank God we did. We've now had more than a quarter century. We've sent teams overseas several times. We're picking a team this year. Our All-Stars are going to be going back to London 2 years in a row. First time ever. All the money from this not-for-profit meet goes back into this meet, into these kids, and Alex is certainly going to be offered a spot if she holds her 29.8s the rest of the way. She's 720.7 with a 9/10 lead, her largest lead so far. But we still have plenty of swimming. We're not even halfway yet. So certainly Zeta and Claire are right there, and not to say any of the other girls couldn't step up and put a move on as well. But my point about this meet is that from the very beginning, the coaches who are orchestrating all of the competition and everything that goes with it have been all about, hey, we're not here to make money. We're here to provide a great competition for our athletes. And that's why you see so many great teams come down here. And when you get one cut, you get a whole bunch of bonus. And the teams that swim come back year after year after year. And 29.8, 29.8, 29.8 in the middle. Everybody's got the same split there. It's pretty exciting. We're pretty thrilled to to be looking at London once again, the Adam Peaty meet. As a matter of fact, I understand last year was such a great success for us that people are even starting to copy us and send their own national teams and own all-star teams over there besides just what we're doing. So must be some pretty good minds in that group, that leadership group that has forged ahead with this meet and all the ancillary competitions that have come out of it. We've done camps. We did a trip to Japan. We've gone to Ireland several times. I think 3 times now. London. We go to London again. And we're all about teaching these young swimmers and young coaches, what it is they need to do in order to be successful, and that's what's great about this meet. Certainly brings it about. So we're coming up on the 1,000-yard mark. Our leader this morning was at 9:56.70, and that was Ella Hafner, as we said. But right here, Alex is 9:50.0, 9:50.8 for Zeta, 9:51.8 for Claire. So they're all right there. In 4th place, Mia Eubank from Nova's 9:58.5. So she's about 2 seconds behind Ella Hafner. And Ella's going to be fighting it out with her splits as we watch for that 4th, 5th, 6th places. And it should be pretty exciting. If you're an Ella Hafner fan, you can keep an eye on those places. The leaders are holding 29.7, 29.8. Actually, Claire just went a 29.6. And on the back half of her swim, the last 500 or so this morning, Ella did drop. She went much faster after her 1,000. She was 9.8, 9.7, 9.9, 9.9, and had some good swims, a few 30 points, but she came back very fast at the end. Alex sees Zeta right there, and they both know Claire's right behind them. Alex, 30.0. There's her first one over 30. Zeta still 29.87. So closing that gap just a 10th or 2. They've got about, when they get here, maybe 20 more lengths, another 500 or so. And it is tight. It is very tight. We've got the Corvallis Aquatic Team 16-year-old in lane 4, currently in 2nd, the top seed. Zaida Neal. I guess Z-A-Y-D-A, Zeta. Somebody help me out there. Claire Herfel's in lane 5, and your leader throughout has been Alex Siegel in 3. The 16-year-old from Long Island. She threw down a 29.5 there to extend herself to another 0.8 of a second lead. Zeta keeps getting close, and Alex kind of pulls away. It's the beauty of these distance events. Man, you just got to really, really love this challenge. Long Island and Corvallis right now pulling a little bit away from the Clipper. The Northern Kentucky Clippers. Claire Herfel still holding down a very solid 3rd place in lane 5. Mia Eubank in lane 6. Still very solid swim there. As we said this morning, we had Ella Hafner. And look at this race now for first. Boom, boom. That's as tight as they've been. 2/10 only separating Alex in 3, Zeta in 4. The seed times were 12 seconds apart, or at least 11.4, and that's to Zeta's favor. She was a 16.08, whereas Claire was a 16.20, and Alex was a 16.21. Alex still with the slightest of leads, just about 0.2 of a second. Number 55 as they come out even. That means 11 lengths of the pool left. 1650 yards freestyle is 66 lengths of the pool. 33 times up and back. Why didn't they do 1750? At least they'd only been 10 yards short of a mile. We're 110 short this way. I'm not sure how we ever got 1650. But anyway, it got a hell of a race here. These girls are going after it now. And still flipping right there together. You got Alex in 3 for Long Island. You got Zeta in 4 for Corvallis in the Dark Cat. And they're flipping virtually together. 4/100 separates the two. Now Zeta was about a tenth and a half, almost 2 tenths faster on that 50. Here we go. 7 lengths of the pool for our leaders remaining. Claire over there in a very solid position. Lane 5 for 3rd in this heat and probably 3rd overall. These two girls right now. Alex, 29.4, jumped out on that one. Has another 2.5 tenth lead. 5 lengths remaining coming out of this turn. We're going to start to see some legs coming up. They got some legs left. You know they do. These girls are both kind of going along, little 2-beat, little 4-beat. Let's see that 6-beat kick up. I think we're going to see it any minute here. Alex very strong, 29.4, 29.6 for Zeta. And now she has 0.47 seconds lead. Almost a half a second for Alex. She's held the lead the whole way with 3 lengths left. Can Zeta steal it from her? And Alex is saying, man, I don't think so, man. This is my race. Well, it's not over yet, girls. We'll see who's got the most gumption in this last 50 yards. And there's the bells. 29.4 for Alex, 29.3 for Zeta. But there is 6 tenths separating the two of them. And there they go into this last turn. Boom, boom. It's a little tighter now. Coming out of it. You'll see these teams going crazy as they come into the wall. Alex in the white cap with a slight lead, and she takes it wire to wire, but just barely. 16:15.48 to 16:15.77. Clara gets the third with a 16:23.31. Great stuff there. Really good swimming. All right, 4th place in the heat. Mia Eubank went a 16:29. But remember, young Ella Hafner, she ends up with the 4th overall and almost the 3rd with her 16:25.52. Great racing, ladies. That was exciting. I love kicking it off with the distance. I don't know. To me, it just seems like the natural thing to do. So, that'll get us through our women's opening salvo, the 1650 yard. And the organizers of this event have elected not to put the 2 distance events back to back. We actually go the 1,000-yard freestyle instead of the 1650 for the men. And there they are. Lane 1 is Carter Wooten, Marlins of Raleigh. I don't see Carter there. I hope he... Oh, there he is. He's off to the left. Lane 2 is Cole Nelson, Nova of Virginia. Lane 3 is Kai Joyner. Kai's from Rochester Swim Club. Lane 4, Evan Gluck, your top seed, City of Richardson Swimming, COR. Look at his core, too. My man's got the core. Long Island Aquatic Club in the center. Lane 5, right with Evan, James Darcy. Those guys will be getting after it. Ozaki has Aiden Terrazas. He's in lane 6. In lane 7, Tyler Kaminsky from Nation's Capital. That Kaminsky family, they just keep swimming. And then Owen Miklos, Nova of Virginia in lane 8. Here we go. 1,000 yards, 40 lengths of the pool. The meet record, Set back in 2015, Nation's Capital's Matthew Hirschberger. I remember this race, 8:45.11. So you're looking for 11, 12-second drops out of these guys. That's a pretty serious ask in a race like 1,000 when you're already under 9 minutes in high school. You know, not many guys going under 9 minutes in high school. But you take a look at the strokes. These guys are all beautiful. The fastest seed, as we said, was Evan Gluck. He's in lane 4. He was 8:56.62 coming into this meet. The slowest of the 8 top seeds is out in lane 8. Owen Miklos was 9:11.60. So that was his great swim to get him seated here. There's the first 100. Early leader, Kai Joyner, Rochester Swim Club. I remember Rochester, always a good history of some swimming up there going way back. Out on the outside, Kaminsky taking the lead at the 150. Young Tyler threw down a 26.7 there. He's 16 years old from Nation's Capital. The 1,000 this morning, we had some pretty good swims. There were 3 guys that are currently with 9:04, 9:03, 9:01, and that would be Sam Marsteiner from New Wave in North Carolina, the 18-year-old, 9:05.34, sitting in 3rd place. Johnny Macco from Long Island Aquatic Club. He's 17. He dropped from a 9:20 to a 9:03. Nice swim this morning. And another double-digit drop. Current leader, 16-year-old from Nation's Capital, is Leopold Nurit. And Leopold is a 9:01.45 now for his new best time. And it's still Kaminsky out there throwing down another 26.8. So at the 250, he's 2:10.95. And his best time is listed as a 9:09.91. You know, that's a pretty solid swim for any high school kid, and he's only 16, and he's looking like, man, I want to get out there and race. I want to see if I can put an 8 before my name by the end of this night. Who knows? Right next to him out there, Owen Miklos, Nova, Virginia. He's in lane 8. And in between the two, flipping second, was James Darcy from Long Island. So they're all pretty tight right now. And pretty much 6 guys still in this for, you know, any one of them could make a jump and do something. Very smooth, very controlled swimming. Remember Hirschberger when he set that record. The Nation Capital coaches being pumped up. They were fairly high. I remember his stroke was incredible. High elbow, really good catch, reaching out there. A lot like these guys, but still with the lead, Tyler Kaminsky. I remember the swimming Kaminskys, generations of them. They've always come out of that Washington, D.C. area with some outstanding athletes, cousins, uncles, aunts, who knows. So I'm not sure where Tyler's coming from, but they're all blessed up there. There's some great swimming in that area. (27.2, 27.2, 27.3 in the middle, 27.2 for Tyler again, 27.2 for Owen again. So all these guys are throwing in. They're 54.5, somewhere in there. If they keep it under 55, I'm sure their coach is going to be very happy with that. Kaminsky 7-1, 426.79 leads at the 500. James Darcy's 27.00, 27.3 is Miklos. He's third out in lane 8. So they, if they can keep them there, if they keep everything under 55.0, you know, with 1,000 to go, that's another 50 seconds under. Yeah, they could seriously Well, I'm thinking now 16:50 after the girls' race, so they're already halfway. That's right. These guys are going to be pumping. I'm thinking, well, they do 3 of these. Yeah, they're going to be really fast. But to get under that 9 minutes, all 4 of these boys are looking pretty good now. All 5, maybe. Darcy takes the lead with a 26.9. He goes 5:20.91. So he's definitely taken that Long Island jump at the halfway mark. He's the only one that threw down a 26 in that 50. And as we said, Darcy came in with an 8:57. These other guys, in the lane number 3, Kai Joyner from Rochester in the red cap, he's 9:04 entering, and he's moving now into the 2nd spot with Tyler Kaminsky in 3rd. Tyler went a 27.2, so he's still hanging in there. You know, he's having a heck of a swim here. He and Owen on the outside still pushing each other. Remember, they came in significantly slower than these top seeds in the middle. Darcy now threw 26.5. Yeah, and he's at 6:14 at the 700. So looking pretty good. You know, he's definitely going under. And these other guys are going to be right on it. They can do it too, for sure. As they go down to 27.0 and 27 low. Darcy with a 26.8. Kai Joyner 26.8. Tyler 27.4. Okay. 27.3 for Owen. So they're pushing each other strong out there. And it's still going to be Long Island's James Darcy. He's 26.8. Pretty incredible swims all the way over there in lanes 9, 8, 7, and 8. Those guys are still pushing each other. Evan Gluck in lane 4 is starting to push. He's 7-0, but James Darcy's 26.3 right there. Nobody else. They're 26.7 for Kai Joyner. So, you know, they're moving away from Miklos is 27.3, Kaminsky 27.5. You know, but you know we're talking about this is coming down to hammer time now. 100 yards to go. Darcy 26.7, sitting at 8:01. You know, 4th place is now Evan Gluck. He's just overtaken Kaminsky. They're both at 8:05 with 100 to go. So going under will be 54. It's what they need to do. Get all these guys under 9 minutes. They can get it home. Miklos looking good to go under 9 minutes from his 9:11 seed time on the outside. Kaminsky's going to be right on it. He's got a hump at home. But right now, James Darcy, 26.6, looking so strong. Boom. He's got it going on. Kai Joyner of Rochester looking very strong as well. Gluck coming in strong, but too late. This is all James Darcy, 8:53.54. Second to Joyner, 8:55.06. Third on the outside, Owen Miklos with a 25.8 on the end. 8:57.86. But the two guys this morning, what did we get? Yeah, that's right. No, he's good. He's good. Oh, yeah. Very solid. He got the 3rd, 4th going to Gluck in the heat with an 8:58.02. And look, Tyler Kaminsky, 8:59.69. With a 26.4 on the end. So we end up with 5 guys under 9 minutes. Pretty impressive. What a heat. Welcome to the big house. Welcome to the NCSA Distance Swim Out. Congratulations, boys. And Hirschberger can breathe easy for another year. His record holds. That's a good one. It's not going down easy. All right. So that's going to bring us right into our D final of the E final. E for excellent, the way we talk about it here. We've got the 100-yard freestyle. E final. We do an E final, which is all 16 and under. And then we do a D, a C, a B, and an A. And in the 100 freestyle, here we go. Lanes 1 through 8, I got Reagan Strohacker, Annabelle Narwaki, Hayden Cruz, Ava Jewell, Sarah Luca, Avery Tack, Brantley Patterson, and Ava Eddy. Those are the 8 girls. 14-year-old from Hanover Aquatics in lane 1, Reagan. She's out third, first at the 50 from Long Island, 24.23 for Sarah Luca. Pretty impressive first heat here. As I said, these girls were all 14, 15, and 16. In the center of the pool, that's still Sarah with the Long Island cap. She's coming in strong. 50.64 for Sarah with a 26.41 on her back half. Very nice racing, girls. That was a 1.2 second drop from her morning swim. Coaches have to love that. So Heat 2 is up next. I've got the D final, lane 1. Tatum Scully from Huntsville. 2, Gabby Hoyer, Nation's Capital. Odette Brown from Team Greenville in 3. Alyssa Bilsma. Hinsdale in 4. Josephine Piliang. Blazing Barracudas in 5. Kate Pawlaski. Edina is in lane 6. Caden Kelly, Rocket Aquatics in 7. And Annika Curran, Madison Aquatic Club over in lane 8. And they're off. Hinsdale Swim Club's Alyssa Bilsma in lane 4 was fastest of these girls this morning with a 51.60, but all the girls were 51.60 to 51.73, so anybody can win this. Caden Kelly is first at the 50 with a 24.47, but everybody's 24.8 or better. So you tell me, you got a good back half, you can win this thing. These girls were all within 2.5 tenths of a second this morning. And coming into the finish, it looks like lane 3, Odette Brown from Team Greenville, 50.71 to take the D final. There she is, all right. Up next is going to be our C final. That will be Addie Koenig-Song in lane 1. Sarah Juris in 2. She's from FMC Aquatics. NASA Wildcat is Addie. Tess Stavropoulos from Academy in 3. Grace Koenig-Song, NASA in 4. Oli Swimming has Megan Bluthman in lane 5. Vivian Zangaro. Long Island is in lane 6. Sylvia Deladuca, New Trier, is in 7. And her teammate, Leah Rogi, is in lane 8. 51.12 was what Grace threw down in lane 4 this morning, the 15-year-old from NASA. And 51.58 is what Leah did to get into lane 8. So they're all within 4 tenths, but it is Grace out fast, 23.99 on her feet. Looking like she's catching great water over there. Lane 2 is Sarah Juris. She was out in a 24.21. Look at lane number 5 is Megan Bluthman from Ole. We know that they are Ole Swimming up in Michigan, is always strong. Coming in, look on the outside, Leah, but this is going to be Grace at the touch. 49.98. She takes it under. Very nice. All right. It's wild on her cap. That's a wild swim for a 15-year-old. Come on, somebody give her some skin. Great racing, girls. Glad to see it. Moving us to our B final. 8 young ladies in lane 1. Sophia Freistyle from NASA. 2, Long Island's Julia Luca. Ella Hafner, she's back from the mile, and she's swimming in lane 3 in the 100. Suburban Seahawks has Nola Wildbooser in 4. Ellie Patla in 5 for Reach. Caroline Wanazek from Elmbrook, she's in 6. Rowan Rossi Wada Waukesha in 7. And Bryn Sundell Madison in lane 8. Lane 4, 50.68. Nola this morning. Lane 8 was 51.06 for Bryn from Madison. And I'm just blown away. Look, I guess I shouldn't be. She is a Hafner. 50.73 is what Ella went this morning in lane 3. Of course, that was before she did her 16.50. She's out 5th. Ellie is out 1st with a 23.88. Ellie Patla from Reach in lane 5. But look at lane 6, 7. Look out in lane 8. That's Bryn. Who's got this thing? What about 6, Caroline? Well, no, I don't know what to touch. It's going to be, yes, Bryn Sundell. All the way out, 50.17. Madison Aquatic Club, 17-year-old, sneaking in the outside smoke. What a great swim, ladies. Ah, there's some smiles. That's what we like to see. All right. That means it's parade time. I can hear the music. Yep. It's going to be the fastest 8 girls from the morning, all coming out tonight. Leading the way, lane 8. That's Paige Kowal coming down first. She gets to set the pace, Academy Bullets. And she goes to the far side all the way out in lane 8. As they come around the corner, coming right up here into lane number 1, swimming for Nova. That's Lane Francis. You see her there in the red cap. Official saying, whoop, excuse me very much. Lane number 2 is Leah Nebraska from New Albany Aquatic Club, NAAC. See her getting ready there. Huntsville Swim Association has Abby Chan. She just took her headphones off. You see her getting her block ready right there. Top seed, Jane Garlock from Madison, 49.78, getting that streamline ready. Next to her in lane 5, Adeline Bigler, Edina Swim Club, doing a little warm-up dance. I love it with the white cap on. Lane 6, Ella Antonuski, Waukesha. She's locked in, got those goggles on and her red cap. Another red cap, this one from Nova, is Maddie Bynum. She's the 15-year-old, youngest one in the heat, lane 7. And lane 8, we said, was Paige Kowal, Academy Bullets. She led the parade. She went 50.45 this morning to sneak in 8th, and 49.78 is what Jane did in lane number 4, swimming for Madison. The record here, Simone Manuel, 47.09. Oh, man, I remember when Simone swam for First Colony, that Texas team coming in. Man, we've had some great swimmers here, haven't we? Touching first at the 50, Adeline, 23.49. Looking very strong. Got that white cap going at the 75. The time this morning was a 49.80, only 2 100ths behind Jane. But here they all come down the finish. Look, lane 8 again. Paige at the wall. It is Adeline just ahead. She goes 49.34. Abby Chan second, 49.45. Jane Garland, 49.47. And 49.49 for Paige Kowal. 15 hundredths between the top 4 girls. And there's your champion. Very nice swim, Adeline. And that's going to do it for the ladies 100. Simone, your record holds another year. That's going to get us to the boys 100-yard race. Starting with that E final. Will Larkin, Waukesha in 1. Caleb Comet, Nation's Capital in 2. Academy Bullets has Landon Cruz in 3. Nick Durcha, Nutrier in 4. Kyle O'Connor, Ozaki in 5. Dennis Uku from Long Island Express is in 6. Ben Matjas Machine Aquatics in lane 7, and Philippe Stolar, NASA Wildcat, over in lane 8, and they're in clean. This morning, all these boys were 16, all 8 of them, and they went 46.41 to 47.04 for prelim swims. And look way out there in lane 8. Philippe Stolar, NASA, he said, hey, let's get out here. I seen this lane win already tonight. Look at him go. He's out first with a 21.78 next to him. Machines, Ben Matjas is 21.95. The field's closing up quite a bit here in the center. You still have Philippe and Ben on the outside. Now it's just Philippe, and then there's Denis, and it's going to be Philippe and then Denis. Wildcat goes 46.17, 46.22 for Aku. Long Island Express. Nice 1-2 for the young guys there. Good racing, boys. And that'll move us into heat number 2. Lubo Chobogatsky. Okay, he's 14 years old out of New Trier. I'm just going to call him Lubo. Finn O'Shea is in lane 2. Braden Nagel, Academy, in 3. FMC Aquatic, Jovan Mihalovic in 4. Victor Gutt, Palatine, in 5. Will Demokas Murphy, he's from St. Andrews Aquatics, in lane 6. Antonio Aguirre, Reach Swim Club, in 7. And Brady Shermer, Marlins of Raleigh, in lane 8. I know William, after starting the St. Andrews Aquatics Club, and I still coach there, but it's really Coach Quinn Cassidy, Coach Raman Walton, who are running the show for these guys in this group. This morning, Johan was 45.68, 46.16 was Brady out in lane 8, and they're out strong. Looking again at the outside, flipping first is O'Shea in lane 2. He's 21.52. Oh, man, everybody's right there. Very fast first 50. All the way in. It's going to be your call. You tell me, maybe lane 2? Yes, it is. Finn O'Shea, 44.95. Second, Jovan. He's a happy boy. You got that right. That 44 is pretty special when you see that light up. He's only 15 years old. He dropped over a second from his morning swim. Heck of a win there. Gotta love that. Okay. Third heat is a C final. Matthew Ferguson, FMC Aquatic in Illinois, is in lane 1. Suburban Seahawks has Jamie Brinsfeld in 2. Brady Zink from the TMSC Rockets in 3. Matt Vatev, Hornet Swim Club. Now I remember Matt when he was in the age group. He's in lane 4. Devin Bone, NASA Wildcat, in 5. His teammate Teddy O'Donnell in 6. Aiden Mominovic, Nova, in 7. And Anthony Sacco from South Texas Aquatics in lane number 8. And they are in clean. The fastest guy this morning was Matt. He went 45.26. 45.66 for Anthony out in lane 8 in the morning swim. And look, man, something happening out there in lane 8. Anthony is out there. He's first with a 21.20. Matt right with him, 21.25. Those guys saw that 44 light up, and they said, hey, man, I want one of those. Let me see double 4s. What can I do? How do I get it up there? I don't need this 45 anymore. And Anthony Sacco on the outside, 44.59. Second does go to Matt Vatev, 44.73. Third, Brady Zink, 44.89. Gotta love that, fellas. 3 guys, top 3 guys, all under that 45. Excellent. Okay. And that's going to get us to the B final. The B final, lane number 1 from Ole Swimming, Benjamin Leginski. Joey Coleman from Nation's Capital is in lane 2. his teammate Andrew Vanas in 3. Atlanta Swimming has Elliot Rinjovine in lane 4. Evan Corneau, NASA Wildcat in 5. His teammate Noah Chen in 6. Lachlan Gant, FMC in 7. And Rohan Babul, another Wildcat from NASA, out in lane number 8. 44.95 was Elliott this morning in lane 4. 44.96, Evan right next to him. 45.26, Rohan in lane 8, just to make it into this B final. Big points in this one, by the way. Big points. A, B, and C final all scoring. Lane number 2, Joey Coleman from NCAP is out first, 21.26. Yeah, Joey's got a nice swim going on. They are all tightening up there, but look at lane number 5. Oh, man. That's Evan, the Wildcat. He just blasted out that second. He goes 23.0 for a 44.27. He comes home in a 23 flat. Nobody else faster than 23.4 coming home. That's how you win a race, boys. If you can make that second half that fast. Excellent racing, gentlemen, which means the march out music. I can hear it. It's coming. The 8 fastest seeds from the morning preliminaries. And lane 8's going to be Matthew Karasek from Palatine. Look, he's setting the pace. I mean, he's got his headphones on. He's in control. No, nobody's going to push him and go in. It's good. He's pounding his chest. Hey, fellas, follow me. You know, that's good. Lane 8's been pretty good tonight. Who knows what could happen from out there. Lane number 1 from Suburban Seahawks. Getting his block ready there. Henry Anstein. Lane number 2, Aiden Kaplan, NASA Wildcat. Lane 3, Mika Davis, Aqua Jets. Lane 4, top seed, New Wave Swim Team's Matus Ramel. There he is, getting everything ready. Nation's Capital has Yaron Lee. Got his goggles getting ready there in lane 5. Lane 6, London Rising from Greater Toledo Aquatic Club. Getting his sweatshirt off there. Lane 7, Ethan Holloway. He looks all ready. He's got the New Wave Swim Team. And look, I guess it looks purple. I guess I didn't realize. And then I said Matthew Karasek. He's Palatine Park District. He's out in lane 8 with the white cap. And these boys look ready. 43.88 was Mataus, not Matthews, Mattaus, A-U-S, M-A-T-T-A-U-S, Mattaus? Okay, we'll say Matus. Matus was the fastest this morning with a 43.88, 44.87 for Matthew to get in 8th. And wow, look at that first 25. Rammel is out there, man. He is out there. He was only 6/100ths ahead of lane 5, which was Lee this morning. But he is out in the 20.45 ahead of the field at the halfway mark. That's pretty incredible. Another good turn there, coming off strong. And this is going to be all Rammel. Matus Rammel. He's going to come to the wall. New Wave Swim Team as he touches 43.08. Lee is second with a 43.49. Davis third, 43.62 in lane 3. London Rising, 43.70 for the 4th place. All right, not bad. I know that Holloway kid from somewhere. Seems like I know his dad. All right, that's going to do it for this heat, and we are moving on. We've got the next race being the women's 200-yard backstroke. Event number 5. This is going to be the E final. Jillian Wiersma, H2Oki in 1. Avery Musick, NASA Wildcat in 2. Hadley Petronello, Nation's Capital in 3. Fegan Kaminsky, Jupiter Dragons in lane 4. Emily Schneider, Team Greenville in lane 5. Aqua Jets has Siggy Nemo in 6. Claire Christensen, St. Croix Swim Club out of Minnesota, not the Islands. She's in 7. And Mackie Tolar, the 14-year-old from Nation's Capital, in lane 8. These are the 16 and unders that got in for this extra bonus heat. Mackie went 202.73. She's out in lane 8. 201.96 was Fegan Kaminsky, the 16-year-old representing the Dragons from Jupiter. So all these girls are within 0.8 of a second this morning. And the meet record was set back in 2014. Kylie Stewart from Dynamo. She went 149.85. First 50, Siggy Nemo. She's Aqua Jets 30.0 on her second 50 for 57.8 at the halfway mark. So pretty close there between Siggy and Fegan. As we said, Fegan a little bit closer to you in the darker cap. Ziggy in that green cap. Aqua Jet, she's 128.5, 128.7 for Kaminsky. And coming down to the last 25. Fegan Kaminsky with a very good turn. It's going to be close. She looks strong here as she comes to the wall, touching first. Fegan goes 158.75. Over 3 seconds faster than her morning swim. Definitely a step in the right direction. And heat number 2, the D final coming up. Emery DeGunther from Nova in 1. Her teammate Kate Boutry in 2. Nation's Capital has Ginger Strickland in 3. Mia Eubank is back. Boom, all of a sudden. And she's in lane 4. Julia Luca, Long Island, in lane 5. Bobby Simmons, Aqua Jets in 6. Molly Gonzalez Academy in 7. And Machine Aquatics, Aaron Cass in lane 8. 200.53 was Mia Eubank. Right behind her, Julia Luca, 200.66. It took a 201.87 for Aaron Cass from Machine to make it into this in the 8th place position in this heat. So at the 50, 27.6 for Bobby Simmons, 27.6 for Kate Boutry, 27.7 for Julia Luca, and Aaron Cass looking very strong. She was 27.7 also. 57.38 for Julia. She's got the lead. Aaron with a 57.70. And third is Bobby Simmons, 57.83. Green cap now making a move with a very strong 29.61 on her third 50 is Bobby Simmons. She's sitting at 127.44. She outsplit that entire field by over a second. You know, everybody else is going 30 and 31, and she threw down a 29. And that's what you do when you want to separate yourself from the field. You know, Julia Luca learning is right behind her, but this is all Bobby Simmons. Bobby goes 157.33 with another 29 on the end. And she's coming back in a 59 low. That's a heck of a 200 back. And up next is going to be the C final. Dylan Munchel, nation's capital, in 1. Ellie Myrenfeld, swim RVA out of Virginia in 2. Madison Schmitz, Marlins of Raleigh in 3. Maggie Wright, Old Dominion in lane number 4. Celia Watkins, Rockville Montgomery in lane 5. Alexa Braceno, New Albany in 6. Swimming unattached, Farrah Klein in lane 7. And Bryn Holloway, another one of those Holloway kids. Man, where did they learn to swim? New Wave Swim Team out of Raleigh. I've actually spent a lot of time in Raleigh. And I've kind of watched those kids from afar grow up. Of course, they're the kids of NC State's head coach, Braden Holloway, one of our nation's greatest swim coaches, and more importantly, greatest fathers, because he makes time for those kids. It's not just about the swimming. I know this. This is important for you coaches out there. Remember, family starts with your own. Then it's your aquatic family. All right, let's get back to this race. Look how tight it is. Very close, coming up to the halfway mark. Lots of ladies with a chance for this one. Look at lane number 7 is Farrah Klein. Lane 6, Alexa Braceno right behind her. 57.7 for both. Celia over there, she's a 58.0. Ellie over in lane 2 is a 57 high. You got this whole group is cranking. They are moving. I want to say Farrah Klein looks very strong in lane 7 in that white cap, flipping with 50 yards to go. She threw down a 30.24. 30.5 for Alexa, 30.6 for Ellie over here in lane 2. 30.2 for Maggie in lane 4, trying to get back into this thing. Yeah, she's back. Look at that turn. Nice underwater. This is a 4 or 5 way. It's gonna see Kim Farrah hang on. She's doing her best out there unattached. At the finish, she is going to touch first. 158.30, and Britt Holloway with a 29.9. The only backstroke under 30 on that back half, Bryn. Way to get it home. 158.95. I don't remember if that's how your dad swam it. Didn't he go out fast and die with you back half? I don't know. I can't remember. It's all ancient history. We had a great swim there, and we move on to the next heat. The B final. I'm sorry. Yep. That's going to be Ava Eddy Stingrays in lane number 1. Lane 2, Aubrey O'Mackey from Ole Swimming. Sid Johnson, Stingrays in 3. Annabelle Townsend, Marlins of Raleigh in 4. Josephine Pillion, Blazing Barracudas in 5. Celia Francis, Excel Aquatics in lane 6. Paige Berkey, Greater Toledo Aquatic Club in 7. And Claire Wilkie, Aquajets in lane 8. Annabelle Townsend went a 158.01, swimming for the Marlins of Raleigh this morning. She's got lane number 4, and 159.04, only 0.8 behind her, was Claire out in lane 8. So, and Claire has the lead, 27.54, just ahead of Aubriel in lane 2. She's a 27.68. So all these girls, I mean, look across the board. You get somebody that can throw down a couple 29s, you know, or you come home in a 29 the way that Bryn just did. You never know. You know, you put yourself in a position here. These second and third 50s, so critical in the 200 back. In lane 8, smoking again. Claire Wilkie, Aquajets out in the 56.66. 29.1. Next to her, Paige went a 29.2. Celia went a 29.3 right next to her. Those girls on the far side really getting it going. And they're still holding on in 8 and 7 respectively, but it's tightening up quite a bit in the middle. Still looking at Claire Wilkie with a 29.8. 29.8 for Paige Berkey right next to her. 4/10 separate them. Celia Francis is third in lane 6, and she's a 1:27.0. Annabelle's right there as well. You're still looking at who's coming off this last wall with the most legs and the most pump and power. And as it looks, way out in the outside, Claire is hanging on. She's looking like she's going to get there first. She is touching first. 156.55. Second goes to Sid Johnson from the Rays with a 29.7 on the end. What a finish. 156.91 for Sid. Third to Paige Berkey, and she's 157.25 from Greater Toledo. Great racing in that B final. Gets me jacked up to see what's going to come right here. I hear the music. I know we've got a 15-year-old from Long Island leading the way. There she is. You can see the white cap as she makes the turn. That is Una Diaz. She's setting the pace for the walkout. This is going to be one heck of a race. The record, Kylie Stewart, we said, was 149.85. Emma Young is in lane 1. You can see her getting ready there. She's from Nation's Capital. Greater Toledo has another swimmer, Mia Buff, in lane 2. Oh, yeah, she's rocking. She's ready. Waving to her fans is Alyssa Sagal from Nation's Capital. Getting her blood flowing. Her teammate in lane 4, Sadie Buckley, was a top qualifier with a 152.00. Lane 5, a trio of quad of Nation Capital in the middle of the pool. 153.20 was Emma Signa in 5, and Mackenzie Corey, Nation's Capital. She's in lane 6. Over in lane 7, Lane Francis from Nova. And for Long Island, we said Una Diaz is in lane 8. So lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all NCAP girls. Fastest being Sadie this morning with a 152.00. 157.8 to get in. 8 lengths of the pool. All right. Women's 200 backstroke. A lot of people talk about this being one of the most difficult events because it takes so much out of your legs. And your legs are big muscles. Look at this, getting it out and getting it going. Alyssa Sagal. She's 25.86. Sadie right behind her. Well, maybe not right behind her. She's 26.5, 7/10 behind. Alyssa looking very strong off of that turn. Sadie looking pretty good too. Like we said, in the center of the pool, you got NCAP times 4 and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alyssa first. 53.57. She was a 27.7 on her second 50. 28.0 for Sadie and 28.3 for Emma. Nobody else even close to that. So this is a very strong backstroke field right in the center of the pool. Lane 3, Alyssa Sagal, 28.5. She's going to be flirting if she gets a hand touch because she's going to be close to that 149.85 mark that Kylie Stewart said. If she's got a great last 50, I don't know, though. Kylie came home pretty good, I don't know, but she's getting pushed. That's Sadie pushing her. Alyssa in 3, Sadie in 4, and at the touch, 150.96. for Alyssa Sagal. Kylie's record holds another year, but what a great swim. 1, 2, 3, 50.9, 51.5, 52.8 for Alyssa, Sadie, and Emma. Mia gets the 4th, 153.93 with a very strong last 50 over there. Coming right out of that. Very nice, very nice. Will get us to the men's backstroke event. The men's 200 backstroke this evening. The E final, lane number 1, Milo Jakowski, Ozaki. 2, Matheus Nunes Fuller, Nation's Capital. David Davis, Marlins of Raleigh, is in 3. Joan Zhu, Aquajets, in 4. Mountain Valley Aquatics has Landon Quinn in 5. Hunter Kleinschmidt from NASA Wildcat in 6. Manu Mar, Nation's Capital, is in 7. And in lane number 8, Harper Church. See the officials looking at their toes, making sure they don't creep up out of it. You can't have those toes out of the water. No. All right. The record in this event, it says John Conger. I guess we know him as Jack Conger. Back in 2013, Jack went 140.05 as a high school kid in the 200 back. To get into this heat, remember you had to be 16 and under and not qualified in the top 4 heats, and that is going to be a 149.0 is what Jawan went in lane 4, 151.3 for Harper in lane 8, 24.66 is what David Davis went out in the Marlins of Raleigh lane 3, and he's got a strong lead at the 100. He turns in 51.4 with a 26.7. Nobody else under 27. David Davis, Marlins of Raleigh. Some great Raleigh teams. There are North Carolina teams here. We got a lot of teams from all over. Some outstanding competition. Should be fun. Fun run for the team points as always. At the 150, Davis. Another 27.6, 119.0. Second place, Landon Quinn. He's a 27.9. He's a 120.98. But nobody's going to come back in this heat on young David Davis. The Marlin putting his mark on this 200 backstroke bonus heat in touching first, 146.67. Very nice swim. 2.5 seconds faster than this morning. Yeah, he seems pretty happy. I remember being happy doing that for freestyle. So, yeah, that's not bad. All right, the D final is coming up next. We got Alex Grakowski. He's Nation's Capital in lane 1. Cade Taylor, Team Greenville in 2. Steeler Hooell, Waukesha in 3. Tristan Kerb, Nation's Capital in 4. Old Dominion has Tyler Kep in 5. Longhorns got Ben Liang in 6. Ronan Kornpropst, Marlins of Raleigh in 7. And Reed O'Connell from Long Island Aquatic Club in lane 8. Reed went a 148.84. Tristan in lane 4 went a 148.05. So 0.8 of a second separated these 8 young men this morning. And our ace official staff getting them in clean with no issues. We like that. Lane number 3 looking pretty strong. Steeler Hooell. He's 24.87. Waukesha Express. And over in lane number 7, that's Ronan Kornpropst. He's looking very strong in the dark cap on the outside. Steeler throws down a 26.6. Ronan a 26.8. Everybody else is over 27. So these two boys said, let's go. Let's see if we can throw a couple more 6s together. Finish this thing strong. Now it looks like Ronan making a good move on that third 50 with a 27.08. He takes the lead. Steeler fell back to a 27-6. Alex in lane 1 threw down to 27-7, trying to sneak into this thing. But wow, look at lane 7. Ronan, it looks like a negative split type of Marlin of Raleigh maybe. This morning he was 148.56. That's down. He's 146.16 to win over Steelers, 147.05. Third does go to Alex, 147.47. So some nice drops and great racing. There you go. Yeah, Coach, I got you. I got you, Coach. All right. Up next, the C final. Joe Wooddockett, Nation's Capital in 1. Will Bridges, Team Greenville in 2. Chase Knopf, Northern Kentucky in 3. Kai Joyner, Rochester in lane number 4. Patrick O'Connor, Academy in 5. Bullet Urtufan, Old Dominion in 6. Patrick Curran, Aquajets in 7. And City of Lafayette Aquatics, Curtis Malone in lane number 8. Kai went a 146.24 in lane 4. The red cap, he's swimming for Rochester. 147.68 is what Curtis did out in lane 8 this morning just to get into this heat. And we are off for 8 lengths, racing, dorsal style, on your back. You see more and more of these underwater. The young kids have all learned it by now. And man, when they can do it for a 200 back, you know you've got some very good technique going on. And they can hold on to it like lane number 3 is doing right there, Chase Knopf. Curtis was your leader, 24.75 out there, 24.73. You know, right behind him was Patrick with 24.75. Again, lanes 8 and 7. But look at lane 3. Giving chase. That's Chase. He's going to turn first, actually. He's 51.02 with a 26.24 on that 50. Second place, Bullet Urtufan from Odak. He threw down a 26.5 on that second 50. Chase was 26.2. Looking pretty strong. At the 150, definitely throwing down. Look at that. He's at 26.3. Bullet's 27.4. Nobody else, 27.1, maybe for Kai, but nobody else throwing any 26s like Chase just did. The Northern Kentucky Clippers say, hey, fellas, if you want to go, this is where I'm going. Come on. So far, it doesn't look like anybody wants to go with you, Chase. And this touch, 144.29. With a 26.9 on the end. That's a great back half. What a good race for the young man from Kentucky. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All in a day's work, right, Chase? Doesn't even seem like he's breathing hard. B final coming up. Cody Watts in lane 1 for New Wave. Aiden Terrazas Ozaki in lane 2. Michael Zhu, Nation's Capital in 3. Nathan Carr, Aquajets in 4. Quinn Caputo, Nation's Capital in 5. Velizar Filipov, NASA Wildcat in 6. Benjamin Wysotsky, Waukesha Express in 7. And Brady Julian Nova all the way over in lane number 8. The starter saw something he didn't like. Sat them all back down. Relax, boys. Okay, shake it off. Nathan in lane 4 this morning went a 145.56. Brady in lane 8, 146.24. So these guys are all within 7 tenths. Okay, that time he got him away clean. Looks like that's a go. Right. 8 lengths of the pool. Well, lane number 6 looking pretty strong out there. That's Felizar Filipov. He's first with a 24.16 at the 50. Second, Quinn Caputo is 24.40, right next to him. Looking a little tighter here now. Quinn is in 5. Velizar is in 6. And at the halfway, it's now Quinn, 50.92. Caputo went a 26.5 on that 50. 26.3 for Nathan Carr, who's currently in 3rd. Nathan, the Aqua Jet swimmer in lane 4, was fastest out of these guys this morning. Looking pretty strong here. Nathan in 4, Quinn in 5. Nathan 118.08, 118.18 for Quinn, 26.8 and 27.2. So we'll see who's got it coming off this last turn. Very fast legs coming around for Velizar. He got him over quick. He's trying to pick up that tempo. And at the touch, it is Quinn Caputo. NCAP, great swim, 144.52. He had those fast legs at the turn. Nathan Carr gets the second, 26.92 with a 145.00, just about a half a second back. Some great racing there, boys. Which means we will now bring up the final heat of backstroke. Leading the way, Christian Wester, Huntsville Swim Association. He's not waiting for anybody. He's already made the corner. He's got his gray sweatshirt on, his hoodie on. He's going down to lane number 8. And coming around the corner, the rest of the top 8 swimmers. Lane number 1 is going to be Joe Warnagiris. He's from Nova. The 18-year-old right there. Lane 2, bouncing around, is Max Garbox from Madison Aquatic Club. Luke Vatev is back. The Hornet Age Group Swim Club in lane 3. Griffin Oler, Rockville, Montgomery is our top seed. 143.84 for Griffin this morning. Lane 4, you see him right there. Jack Murphy next to him. Braden Capon is Academy Bullets in 5, then Jack Murphy in 6. They're both Academy Bullets. Lane 7, Pablo Pareja, FMC. And lane number 8, Huntsville Swim Association's Christian Wester. $143.84 for Griffin, $145.49 for Christian. 1.6 seconds separated the field this morning. The record, we said, 140.05. Jack Conger, 13 years ago. All those Olympians got to start somewhere, and many of them got it right here. This is where we have a plethora of great swimmers that have come out of this event. So it's been our choice to watch them grow, and with a lot of joy. First 50, Braden Capon, he's 23.91. Oh, so is Luke Vatev. They're both 23.91, and 23.94 is Griffin. So 3 100 separating the top 3 guys in the center of the pool on that first 50. Lane number 4, Griffin Oler. Now Rockville looking very smooth. They all look pretty good. They're turning together still. He's 49.42, 49.44 for Luke, and then Braden's 49.70. Okay. 75 yards to go. Look at those legs. These guys are driving it. Oh, yeah, especially Luke Vatev there in lane 3. Very nice turn. Boom, he comes around first. Luke with a 25.5 on that 50. He's at 114.94. 115.3 is Griffin. Wall's wow. Who's got one more wall here? What do we think, Coach? Is he coming up? Oh my gosh. Is he got enough in the tank to get it home? Look at these boys coming in. It's going to be Luke. Yes, just ahead of Griffin. 140.85. Only 0.8 off of Conger's record. That thing is held for more than a decade, and we almost got it there, Luke. That's a heck of a swim. They both seem very happy with that. 141.06 for Griffin. They come home in a 25.7 for Griffin and 25.9 for Luke, hanging on. They're coming home in a 25. These guys, man, they can't wait to get to the next stage. Outstanding racing. Boys to men, really. They're young men. Great job. So that's going to get us to the 50 butterfly. These are going to go really fast. I don't even know how I'm going to get you the names out. So here's the last names coming for the women's race in heat number 1. Cushman, Cass, Gus Bodarek, Stencil, Brian, Daigle, Fromelt, and Strohacker. 50 butterfly. Lanes 1 through 8, 25.48, Grosse Point, 15-year-old Corrine Stencil in lane 4, top seed. Reagan Strohacker, Hanover, the 14-year-old in lane 8, was a 25.63 this morning. But look at it, coming off the wall. Very strong, good long underwater. Lane 2, that's Aaron Cass, but at the wall, it looks like 5. It is Caroline Bryan, 24.95. Caroline, the 16-year-old Grosse Point Gator, just ahead of Chandler Daigle. New Wave, Chandler, 25.00. Up next, heat number 2, Caroline Wanizek, Cecilia Russell, Haley Edinburgh, Maya McCarney, Lexi Morrison, Addie Koenig-Song, Lilia Barber, and Paige Berkey. Maya, the 15-year-old from NCAP in 4, was a 25.33 this morning. 25.47 for 8th in this heat. Paige Berkey, Greater Toledo, out in lane 8. And here they go. You got the underwater. Yep. Lane 7 looking very strong on that start. Lilia Barber from Hinsdale. She gets around quick over there. We've seen some great swims in that outside. Lane 5 is Lexi Morrison, looking very strong as well. At the touch, it's going to be, it is Haley Edinburgh, NCAP, 24.85, Lexi 24.88, and Lilia 24.99 for the third. 3 girls under. 3 girls under. That's a nice swim. All right. Heat 3, Addison Darty, Caden Kelly, Sarah Ostelder, Faith Lama, Sophie Frederick, Sarah Luca, Alexa Morgan, and Gabby Hoyer. 25.04 was Faith in lane 4. Gabby went 25.32. 3/10 separating this crew. Nice start out there in lane 5. But oh boy, this is still anybody's game. That was Sophie, the 18-year-old from Arlington. Looking strong, coming into the wall. It's going to be, yes, Sophie Fredericks, 24.64, just ahead of Faith, 24.69. What a great finish on Faith. Oh boy, good racing, girls. There you go. Outstanding stuff will get us to our 4th heat. Savannah Duffy in 1, Mary Ellen Lewis 2, Bobby Simmons 3, Ariana Nekula 4, Siggy Nemo is back in 5, Maddie Bynum in 6, Bryn Sundell in 7, and Hannah Wooten in lane 8, Marlins of Raleigh. I swam with Chris Wooten in North Carolina. His sister Claudia, they were pretty good swimmers out of Kinston. Academy Bullets 24.73 for Ariana. In lane 4, 24.98 was Hannah. in lane 8. Anybody's call right here. You tell me. Lane 7's looking strong. That's Bryn Sundell, but who knows at this point? Could be lane 2. It is lane 2. Mary Ellen Lewis from Excel, 24:52. Bobby Simmons right behind her, 24:56 and 24:67 for Bryn Sundell out there in lane number 7. Oh, yeah. Got some happy girls there. Man, these 50s go fast, don't they? Holy cow, and here comes the fastest 8. These are the girls in the 50 butterfly. You know Victoria Husk holds this record at a 22:96. Talk about great swimmers here. And there's a Wildcat leading the way. That's Vanya Gojakovic. As they come around this corner, you'll see lane number 1, the 18-year-old from Fast Falcons out of Florida, Laura Braganza. Lane 2, New Albany, NAAC, Leah, Nebraska. Lane 3, still with the headphones. There they go, taking them off. Mallory Ferguson from Council Bluffs. Top seed Abby Chan, Huntsville Swim Association. She went 23:56. So you're talking about a 6/10 drop for that record. Mia Buff in 5 for Greater Toledo. Well, she's not happy with her block. Abby's going to get some help there. They'll come. Don't you worry, Abby. Adeline Bigler, Edina is in lane 6. Aubrey O'Mackey from Ole Swimming is in lane 7. And all the way out in lane 8 with that white cap, that's Vanya Gojakovic from NASA Wildcat. I'm seeing if, did Abby get that block set the way she wants? Yeah, these guys are like, hey, we got you. We're just relaxed, girls. We're going to make sure, you know, if there's an equipment issue, we'll get the guys here to make it right. Right here at the Harris Rosen Championship course in the Big House on International Drive in Orlando, Florida. Have we not seen decades of unbelievable swimming in this pool? Back in the 80s when Matt Biondi and Janet Evans were setting world records here. I remember. Oh, yeah, many of you remember. And now Janet's out there getting ready to run LA 28 for us. Oh, yeah. I remember her right here cranking it out about 150 strokes a minute, whatever it was. Well, we got the brain trust here now. There seems to be an issue. Okay. Yeah, Abby's like, well, see, my block here. Okay, now. Let's see if we can. This is lane 4, too, folks. You know, not that every one of them's important, but okay, where do you want it? I want it way up there. That's why I put it, too. I mean, the further you put it forward, the closer you are to the other side, right? Seems like the quicker you're going to get there. Simple physics to me. I don't know. Why would you have it way back? Of course, it depends on everybody's legs. Everybody's got their own best start. We'll see. We said this record, 22:96. Remember the Paris Olympics and what Victoria Husk did, man. What a great swimmer she was as a high schooler swimming for Arlington Aquatics. Abby Chan with a great start right there in the center, your top seed. She is going to come around first. This morning, Abby's time was 23:56. No other 23s, but lane 5 right with her is Mia Buff. 23:79, 23:42, 23:7 for Mia. So they both go faster there. Nice drop, about 6/7 tenths for Mia. She seems happy as well. Okay. Huntsville Swim Association. Coach Matt Weber, congratulations. Outstanding. Oh boy, boys 50 flies already here. Hardly time to celebrate. 1 through 8 is Caleb Kamei, Ryan Baldwin, Jordan Coe, Hugh Worgan, Samuel Kohlhofer, Ben Matchus, Ethan Kim, and Reed Woodyard. The 16 and unders were led by Hugh Worgan, Machine Aquatics. Lane 4, he went 22.79. Reed out in lane 8 was a 22.96 this morning. Scott Buff's records 20.54. Wow. I don't know. Lane 2. I was right. Ryan Baldwin, Long Island, 22.59. Just ahead of Jordan Code, 22.64, 5/100ths. That's the first heat. Second heat is the D final. Jared Goldstein, Owen Miklos, Brady Zink, Matthew Glod, Grant Fleming, Matthew Ferguson, Ian Naranjo, and Jamie Brinsfield. Wow. Very fast start in lane 1. Oh, man, my man was that. Who was that? Jared? Jared Goldstein, NASA. Anyway, these guys are out. It looked like Jared may have had to leave, but look at lane 5. That's Grant Fleming. Very strong in the white cap over there and at the touch. Oh, he leads in. It's 22.20 for Charlie's Suburban Seahawk. All right. Very nice swim. Another stroke, he would have lost it. 22.20. Second does go to Jared with that great start, 22.28. I think it was a good start. I didn't see anybody call it. Okay, good. What a reaction time. Heat 3 is up next. Pablo Pareja, Sam Marsteiner, Trip Gallimore, Rohan Babul, Nathan Carr, Sam Kozakowski, David Davis, and Ryan Southern. Rohan, second swim of the night for him, for several of these guys. For Nathan, for David. Rohan was 22.14 this morning, 22.48 for Ryan. So these guys are back with virtually no rest. There's no awards, no nothing, man. They're just boom, boom, boom. One event right after the other. You got to be tough. Might be some training showing up right here at the touch. Who's it going to be? Lane 3? No, lane number 6, Sam Kozakowski, 22.09 second to Nathan Carr, 22.12, 3/100ths back, and Trip in lane 3, 22.16. Man, 30 guys within like 5/100ths, 7/100ths. 2 heats remaining before our break, and then the relays. Braden Nagel, Dan Giannatis, Ethan Chung, Aiden Kaplan, Ian Miller, Elliot Rinjodavian, Aiden Maminovic, and Alexander Youngbluth. All right. That had to be a little tough for the starter. I see people jumping in the warm-up pool. It was throwing me off. A lot going on here. Aiden in the middle. Kaplan was 21.88 this morning. 22.14 was Alexander. But looking here, it's going to be 5. I think, no, 3. Ethan Chung, the Wildcat, 21.53. Drops over 3/10 to win the heat, get the 9th place points. Second going to Ian Miller with a 21.56 from the Webster Bluefins out of Niagara. Okay, so here we go. The fastest 8 guys from the morning in the 50 butterfly. Hear the music coming. Lane 8 always leads the way. Fast Falcons from Florida. FAST up there in Ocala. Ian Disaway is leading us out there. He's going that-away, Disaway. You see him coming around the corner. Lane number 1, another one of those new wave swim team Holloways. Looking very cool. He's not even going to turn for the camera. He's got his goggles already on, his cap on. Ethan Holloway. Lane 1. Luke Vatev in lane number 2, Hornet age group. Lane 3, London Rising, Greater Toledo. Lane 4, Matthaus Rammel, New Wave. Lane 5, Mika Davis, Aqua Jets. Lane 6, Tyler Phillips, Nation's Capital. Lane 7, Teddy O'Donnell, NASA Wildcats. And we said in the black cap out there, Ian Disaway for the Fast Falcons out of Ocala, Florida. Oh, yeah. Guys are getting pumped. Look at Holloway in lane 1, man. He's right here closest to us. This is great. My man's locked in. All these guys are. 20.95 was his teammate, Rammel, this morning. And they're off. They're in. It's a great start. Lane number 4, Rammel maybe with a slight lead. He comes around quick, doesn't he? Man, he gets off that wall. Look at those underwaters. Oh, it is. We said it was 20.54. The record, 20.75. Oh, so close, Rammel. That's a Scott Buff record from 2022. Almost got that one. 20.7, second place. Going to London Rising, 21.16, third. Mika Davis, 21.21. Great swimming across the board there, fellas. Wow. I got a chance to catch my breath before we get to these 200 medley relays. I believe we have about a 20-minute break with awards is the way they're calling it. I'm going to turn it over to our esteemed announcer. You know, Mike is going to, he'll handle all the awards here diligently, and then I'm going to come back to do the top 3 heats of both the 200 medley relays. Here's awards.
And our individual events, if you were in the top 8, you were in that championship final heat, you need to be over at the awards staging area, over behind the diving boards. And again, a great opportunity to talk directly to Speedo. Go get your pop-up passport. Get your photo taken at the photo booth. And they've got much more. Speedo, one of our great sponsors to swimming. You can't say swimming without saying Speedo. What?
I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. And it looks like we're about set to present awards for the ladies 1650. Our award stand is going to be the starting blocks. And we'll be out in front of everybody so you can see everybody take that photograph across the pool. You are welcome to do that. We also have professional photography on deck. And ladies and gentlemen, please bring them out. The ladies, our top 8 in the ladies 1650. And in 8th place, the Blazing Barracudas out of Ohio, Catherine Dorsey. 7th place goes to Long Island Aquatics, Sasha Carafin. In 6th place, the Aquajet swim team, Emma Radowski. In 5th place, Nova of Virginia, Mia Eubank. In 4th place, Point Aquatics, Ella Hafner. Into the bronze now, Northern Kentucky Clippers, Claire Herfel getting the bronze. The silver goes to Corvallis Aquatic Team, Zeta Mayo. And number 1 with the winning time of 16:15.48, Alex Siegel, Long Island Aquatic Club. And pulling out the cameras, taking those big pictures. By the way, swimmers, over by the starting stand, that is the camera for back home. You can turn around and say hello to home. We're going out live over the internet. And right now, the gentleman for the 1,000 freestyle. And in 8th place from New Wave Swim Team, Sam Marsteiner. Long Island Aquatics, Johnny Makos. In 7th place, 6th place goes to Leopold Nurit of Nations Capital. Nations Capital again. In 5th place, Tyler Kaminsky. In 4th, Core Swimming, Evan Gluck. Into the medals now, Nova of Virginia Aquatics getting the bronze, Owen Miklos. The silver to Rochester Swim Club, Kai Joyner. And number 1 getting the gold, Long Island Aquatics, posting him in the final time, 8:53.54, James Darcy. And again, congratulations, gentlemen. Our focus now turning to the ladies 100 freestyle. And in 8th place, New Albany Aquatic Club, Leah, Nebraska. 7th place goes to Nova of Virginia, Maddie Bynum. At Lane in 6th place, Nova of Virginia, Lane Francis. 5th place to Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. In 4th place, Academy Bullets, Paige Cole. The bronze going to Madison Aquatic Club, Jane Garlick. The silver to Huntsville Swim Association, Abby Chan. And the gold to Edina Swim Club, the winning time 49.34, Adeline Begler. And the gentlemen's 100 freestyle. In 8th place, New Wave Swim Team, Ethan Holloway leading the line out to the starting blocks. In 7th place, Palatine Park, Matthew Karasik. No 6th place. That's why those guys are bunching up on the 5th starting block there. We had a tie for number 5, Nassau Wildcats, Aiden Kaplan, and Suburban Seahawks, Henry Einstein. In 4th place, Greater Toledo's London Rising. The bronze going to the Aqua Jets, Micah Davis. The silver to Nation's Capital, Yaron Lee. And number 1, the winning time, 43:08, New Wave Swim Team, Matthias Remmel. And that is Matthias Remmel. And Matthias, he's going to be famous. He is helping me with his name. We will get it right. The ladies, 200 backstroke. Long Island Aquatics leading the line there, making her way over to lane number 8. And in 8th place, Una Diaz, Long Island Aquatics. Nation's Capital, Emma Young taking 7th. Nova of Virginia, Lane Francis taking 6th place. In 5th, Mackenzie Corey, Nation's Capital. In 4th, Mia Buff of Greater Toledo. In 3rd, Emma Signa of Nation's Capital. The silver goes to Nation's Capital, Sadie Buckley. And number 1 at 1 minute, 50 seconds and 96 100ths, Nation's Capital, Alyssa Sagal. And our focus now turns to the gentlemen's 200 backstroke. One more picture with the ladies. Big smile for the camera. Nation's Capital, what a team. Bringing out the gentlemen now for the 200 backstroke. And in 8th place, Madison Aquatics, Max Garbax. 7th place goes to Academy Bullocks, Jack Murphy. In 6th place, Nova of Virginia, Joe Wanagaris. In 5th place, FMC Aquatics, Pablo Pareja. In 4th place, Huntsville, Christian Wester. The bronze going to the Academy Bullets, Braden Capon. The silver going to Rockville, Montgomery, Griffin Euler. And number 1, Hornet Age Group Swim Club, posting him in the winning time, 140.85, Luke Vadev. And again, big smiles for the camera. And our next focus, the ladies, 50 butterfly. In 8th place, Council Bluffs Swim Club, Mallory Ferguson. 7th place goes to New Albany Aquatics, Leah, Nebraska. In 5th place, there is no 6th place. We had a tie for number 5, Edina Swim Club, Adeline Bigler and Laura Braganza of Fast Falcons in Ocala. 4th place goes to Nassau Wildcats, Vanya Goyadkovic. At The bronze going to Ole Swimming, Abriel McKay. The silver to Greater Toledo, Mia Buff. And number 1, Huntsville Swim Association, Abby Chan, posting in with a winning time, 23:42. You good? And the final set of awards, the Gentleman's 50 Butterfly. And doing that walk of fame for the award stand, our starting blocks, in 8th place, Fast Falcons, Ian DeSaswe. 6th place, there is no 7th. We had a tie for 6th place. New Wave Swim Team, Ethan Holloway and Teddy O'Donnell of the Nassau Wildcats. In 5th place, Hornet Age Group, Luke Vadev. In 4th place, Nation's Capital, Tyler Phillips. The bronze going to the Aqua Jets, Micah Davis. The silver going to Greater Toledo, London Rising. And the gold posting in with a winning time of 20.75, New Wave Swim Team, Mateus Remmel. And that is going to do it for awards. We got relays coming up in just a few moments. Getting ready for that one.
I'm sorry I wasn't up for awards.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with it. And in lane number 1, it's Ole Swimming, H2Oki in lane 2.
Okay, we are back for the relays. This is where it really happens, man. This is where everything for the big points goes down. We have the 24 fastest seeded teams swimming tonight. And tonight is a 200-yard medley relay. For the women, there's going to be 3 heats. The fastest women heats from this morning included FMC, 145.18, Hinsdale, 144.58, and Waukesha Express, 144.05. So that's the time to beat. First place as of right now, 144.05. Heat number 1. And I have no names for you tonight, so we're all flying blind. I have the teams. I don't know the athletes that are swimming at this point. Might try and get some of that for you, but Ole Swimming's in 1, H2Oki's in 2, Elmbrook in 3, New Trier in 4, 5 is Huntsville, 6 is NASA, 7 is New Albany, and 8 is Academy Bullets B team. We got the B team from NASA in 6. All the rest are A teams. 50 backstroke. The record, Elmbrook, 136.77. Backstroke over there, wow. Wildcat B team, 25.25. Nice backstroke leg. So, it's tough in these 200 relays to note all the swimmers too, but we'll do our best the rest of the week to try and get you relay names with our finalists. Lane 7, it's still Wildcat B, 29.3 on their breaststroke leg, 28.5 over in lane 8 for Academy Bullets B team. See a 28.0 for the H2Oki's breaststroker in lane 2. Made a big difference there, but now we're still looking at lane 8. 28.5 was their breaststroke. Look at the fly. Lane 8 moved all the way up to second. That's Academy's B, 24.5. 24.0 in lane 7, New Albany's butterflyer. And that's the fastest. 24.0 was also for Ole Swimming. But look at the touch. It's going to be New Albany or Academy. No, it is Wildcat. Wildcat 142.73. Academy 142.80. You got a 23.3 on the end of that winning relay for the NASA Wildcat B team. 23.2 for Elmbrook. And those are your fastest freestyle splits. Sorry, I don't have names. But I will tell you this. Heat number 2 of 3 heats. Blazing Barracudas right here in lane 1. Lane 2, Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 3, Madison Aquatic Club. Lane 4, Edina. Lane 5, Marlins of Raleigh. Lane 6, Rockville. Lane 7, Stingrays. And lane number 8 is Arlington. These are all A teams except for Long Island Aquatic Club in lane 2. That's their B team. Way out in lane number 8, swimming for Arlington. Or 7, I'm sorry. That's Stingray's backstroker touching first. 25.55 for Stingrays. That's a heck of a leadoff. Second place, lane number 1, 25.81 for the Blazing Barracudas. Top-notch breaststrokers in the water right now, making some big moves in lane number 5. That's the Marlins of Raleigh. But lane 4 with the lead is still Edina and 28.13 on their breaststroke. Give them the lead. Raleigh's 28.4 for their breaststroke, 28.6 for Madison's breaststroker. Everybody else 29 and above. 3 girls, 28 right in the middle of the pool. And you see those are the 3 teams leading. That breaststroke leg's so important. Look at the flyer from Edina. She goes 24.33 to give them the lead. 24.6 for the Marlins flyer. 24.6 for the Madison flyer. 24.4 out in lane 8 for Arlington. But freestyle, Edina going to hold on, and 141.72 with a 23.1 freestyle, 22.7 on the end for the Madison team. And they get the second place with that 22.7 finish, 142.73. And the Marlins of Raleigh third in the heat. Okay, gets us to our fastest 8 teams. NASA Wildcats in 1, Nation Capital B in lane 2. Then Excel Aquatics in 3, NCAP A in 4, Long Island in 5, Aquajet 6, Nova in 7, and Academy Bullets, lane number 8. Last heat of the girls for day 1 is in the pool. Great start in lane 4, that backstroke leg on end cap. Underwater's just up in time before that mark. She is definitely going to get there first. Boom. 24-28. Second place, NCAP B team, 24-86. So they're 1-2 after backstroke. A and B. NCAP A team in lane 4. In lane 2, in the dark cap, in the front is NCAP's B team. Lane 1, NASA Wildcat, A team. Breaststroke legs, the A team for NCAP, 28.06. The B team, 28.03. And the breaststroker for NASA Wildcats with a 27.45. 27.7 for the Excel breaststroker. Man. But look at this fly leg for Nation's Capital. Boom. No question there. 24.40. Second place currently the Wildcats, just ahead of NCAP B. They had a 24.7. NCAP B 24.6 for the fly leg. 24.6. But here at the end, it's all coming down to this freestyle, no doubt. Nation's Capital 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. Their B team splits 22.8 on the end. Their A team 22.6. They go 139.40. B team 140.34, just ahead of third place, the Wildcats of NASA, 140.52. So 22.6 and 22.8 on the end for the two NCAP relays solidify a 1-2 finish. Very solid swimming from our Nation's Capital. Wow. Wow. Okay. Last 3 heats of the night are the boys 200 medley relay. I guess the 136.77 Elmbrook record still held there. That's okay. We're looking at the men's record of 126.47. That's NCAP. Heat number 1. Aqua Jets B is in lane 1. Huntsville Swim Association A and 2. You see these guys, they get all the suction marks from their cups. Lane 3 is Hanover Aquatics. Lane 4, Ozaki. Lane 5, Elmbrook. Lane 6, FMC. Lane 7, Palatine. Lane 8, Atlantis. As we said, 126.47. Nation's Capital team of Shabbat, Visserine, Seliskar, and Jones in 2015. Backstroke from 22.04. The men 200 medley, I've got lane 8. It says Atlantis, but now it's got BBA, Blazing Barracudas up there. So I don't know I don't know if we got a change in the heat. At any rate, it's still lane 8, BBA, 47.39, 25.3 on the breaststroke leg. Fastest breaststroke leg also out in lane number 8. But now look at lane 6. What a fly leg here. Holy cow, FMC 21.6. Huntsville's flyer, 21.8 in lane 2 as they take over the second position in this heat. Very close with lane 8, the BBA team out there. But this is 20.2 on the end for FMC, 129.60 to take over the lead with 2 heats remaining. 16 teams left. Heat number 2, New Trier is in lane 1. Waukesha is in 2. Academy Bullets in 3. Hornet Age Group in 4. Long Island Aquatic in 5. Rochester in 6. Marlins of Raleigh in 7. And Suburban Seahawks are in lane number 8. Ooh. Well, they're off. All right. Big backstroke in the center of the pool. That's the Hornet. Is that Vatev? Maybe. I don't have any names. Sorry, I can't help you. 21:57, lane 8. Suburban Swim Club, 22:42 for the second position after back with full 7/10 back. But the Hornets, the Hornet Age Group Swim Club, looking pretty strong through the breaststroke leg. Lane number 4. 24.81 on the breaststroke leg there. Appears to be the fastest of the breaststroke. There was a 24.9 in lane 3, 25.1. That was lane 1, 24.9, 25.1 in lane 3. But big, strong fly leg coming out of lane 3, the Academy team, to take the lead. 21.28 for their flyer. 21.88 in 2, 21.70 in 3, or in 7. That's it. That's everybody else is 22 and above. So Freestylers coming home. Looks like it is going to be Academy with a 20.6 on the end. They go 129.83. 20.29's your fastest split out of the Marlins of Raleigh relay team. Lane 7 to get the third place coming home in that heat. One heat remaining this evening. This is the final heat of event number 10. You're looking at Nova of Virginia in lane 1. Lane 2 is the B team from Nation's Capital. They just went 1-2 in the girls. Could they do it again? Oh, boy. New Wave is in lane 3. NASA Wildcat in 4. Nation Capital A team in 5. Aqua Jets in 6. 7 is Rockville Montgomery. The B team for NASA in lane 8. Oh. Relay time. You can see at the ends that these teams get so pumped up. Very close. Maybe lane number 7, Rockville with the lead, 22.45, but a great start here in lane 1 out of Nova. They were third with a 22.81. Second was lane 4, Wildcat A in 22.70. Lane 7 with a strong first 25 of breaststroke. That's Rockville A team. Looking very good in the middle of the pool. Is also going to be Wave and Wildcat coming in now. Actually, a Wildcat with a great relay start. Wave had the 23.3 split. They didn't get off quite as quick maybe, but now they've got this fly leg going, looking good right here at this last 50. It is going to be Wave with a slight lead. They get with 20.7 fly. 20.74, 20.8 was Aqua Jets. Nobody else under 21. Who's got this Freestyle? Man, look at it. Looking like lane 5. Very strong for NCAP. I don't know, 3. Here comes, oh, it is so close. 1961 gets it done for NCAP. 128.36. 1998 on the end for Wave. Gives them the second position with a 128.63 and 128.79 with a 1962 for Wildcat on the end there. That 126.47 though, relay record, nowhere close to that. Hey, folks, we are thrilled to be here in the big house, bringing you the NCSA live stream once again. Every spring, this is our great joy. Day number 1 is now in the books. Get to our landing page for all of the specific details. Of course, we'll be streaming prelims. I will join you again tomorrow evening, give you a little color commentary. Let us know if there's anything you need, and if you can get down here, get your tickets to join us. We've got 4 more beautiful days here in lovely Orlando, and it's only warming up from here. This is Sid Cassidy wishing you all a great evening on St. Patrick's Day 2026. Day number 1 of the NCSA meet is in the books. Get out there, get some green beer. Come back with us tomorrow ready for day 2. Aloha.